Hi, this is Joel from Mindless Brain. I created this MindlessCreator program. I've added some new things to it, so I just want to show some of the new things that have been added in that you can play with now. Um, I've worked on the gradient editor a bit more, so now you can edit gradients a bit better. So this is the gradient editor. There's the current gradient. If I click, I can change the first color. The left and the right select the first and the last color in the gradient. So select the last color, and I can then set that color. If I go back to the first color, I can then set the first color in the gradient. You can see. But I can also, if I want to change the gradient, I can also just click on the gradient there, and that adds a little marker, and I can drag that to drag the gradient up and down. You see how that's live changing the gradient in the material as I go. That's great. I can also set the gradient at that point, so I can set that point something else. I can set it to red, for example. You can make all sorts of weird colors and things. I can add as many markers as I want. So now I've got this marker. I can change this color at this point, and I can't go below, and I can't go above the end point. So the two endpoints are always in place. The markers just go between each other. And if I want to select a new marker, just click on that, set the color, and there we go. You can produce all sorts of weird color variations on there. And if I select a marker and I want to get rid of it, just click the X and it'll delete the marker. Oh, if I didn't accidentally click the marker. I should probably put an active color so you can see which marker you're deleting, but anyway. So there we go, there's sort of a marker situation. We'll change the end color there, and then we've got this. So there you go, there's a bunch of different, you can set all sorts of colors and do whatever you like. So that's pretty good to be able to manually edit your gradients, but also, of course, we have image gradients here. If you have a reference image, so let's take this reference image for example, and I want to get a gradient from that reference image, I just drag my mouse across it. Now this gives you, it gives you 51 steps. So if I apply this, you can see I've got the steps of the points where the markers will be, and you can see I've got 51 now. That's just a lot. So if I want to manually edit this gradient, it's pretty much impossible. So, and the gradient doesn't look much like a gradient, it kind of looks more like a big mess of colors. You really want that in some sort of order. So you can order the gradient, which does its best to make it from dark to light, basically. Apply it again. Still got 51 steps in the gradient, but now it's just a bit of a smoother gradient. However, what we can do now is we can clean the gradient, which will remove a lot of the steps that are where points are pretty close to the current points. So if we clean, we've got down to 3 steps now. We can apply that one. That's very, very low steps. This because there's very little color variation in this one, of course. But yeah, so that just cleaned it right down. Let's try a different one with much more color variation. Where's a good one? We'll try this one. So we'll go run that around. Actually, I'll clear it first. Run that around. I'll order it, and then I'll clean it down to 8 steps, and I'll apply that. So now we have a bit more, and you can still do all the same stuff. If you're not that comfortable with this color, you can change that color to whatever you want. Now I do want to add color controls in here. So the currently selected color can do things like brightness and saturation, you know, differences, but I haven't done that yet. So you can just select a color and then alter it from where it is. But yeah, you can do all that. You can also delete select a couple of them and delete them if you want to. Click on them and delete them. Of course, that's not working working out very good, of course. There you go. Don't know why we want that, but that's all right. Let's bring that down to there. And now we've got a little bit of a, it's almost like a map. But anyway, those are the new color tools, gradient tools. I'll move on with some other different features in the next video.